Senator Bob Menendez is a son of Cuban immigrants and became one of the 100 United States senators. He's currently the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and serves as a ranking member in the 116th Congress. Now, the Foreign Relations Committee is very, very important when we think of Haiti and we think of the cross-connection that we have. And so we really want to thank Senator Menendez for your work and your leadership, especially as this administration, the Biden administration, has just put out the HFRPP, Haitian Family Reunification Program. With Cubans, with Haitians, we're included. Very, very important. So please give it up today, tonight, for our partner in this work, Senator Bob Menendez. Everyone, give it up.
Oni. One. I'm sorry. Okay. Madam Chairwoman of NEON, as well as your chair of your efforts here in the retreat, to all of the distinguished guests, to the fellow elected officials from across the country, including where we are gathered tonight, the mayor of Weehawken, who is with us. Congratulations to the honorees, including my distinguished colleague, the Honorable Greg Meeks, who I've served with and have the privilege of calling a friend, to former Congressman Levin, and to all who will be recognized tonight. Let me welcome you to the state of New Jersey, the Garden State. We are proud to have you here, as we are proud of the incredible contributions of Haitian Americans to our nation, and certainly here in our state in terms of public service, as your chairwoman exemplifies. As the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee that deals with our foreign policy across the globe from the United States Senate, I think about Haiti. And in Port-au-Prince, a police officer's wife would watch her husband leave for work every morning in a flak vest and wonder, will he come home tonight? Last week, I read that one of the nearly 200 gangs in Haiti had attacked his unit. The police fought bravely back. They called for backup, but it never came. Now that officer is gone, and his wife and 11-year-old son fear for their lives like so many across the island. Just one example of a nation where many residents feel that gangs now control too much of their country. Given how dire and dynamic things are on the ground in Haiti, I'm incredibly grateful for the invitation from the Haitian American Elected Officials Network, not only to speak with you this evening, but to work with you as we develop policies in the future. I'd like to recognize the important role each of you play in the Haitian American community, not only in New Jersey, but across the nation, in holding fundraisers and supply drives, providing services for those who recently arrived to the country. You're not only tireless champions in the effort to amplify the voice of Haitian Americans and those in our community, but also on issues like equality and social justice. You've also been sounding the alarm about the truly terrifying situation in Haiti, one of the worst human rights and humanitarian crises, I believe, in decades, and one that I'm sure impacts so many of you personally. Armed criminal gangs ambush the police. They sexually assault women and girls. They use kidnapping with ransoms as high as $1 million to finance their operations. This horrific wave of violence is upending daily life for Haitians. How can families safely send their children to school with such brutal violence in the streets? How can food get through when criminal gangs attack humanitarian aid convoys? How can people sick with cholera get well when gangs steal their medicine? The violence has gutted Haiti's fragile democracy, especially since the assassination of the former president in 2021. Haiti's Congress can't function, the members' terms have expired, the best they have is an interim acting prime minister. The Haitian people desperately need a new pathway to elections and to a brighter future. They need a new government that can represent them and give them a voice. But left with few options in the wake of this criminal violence, Haitians are fleeing their homeland in rising numbers, and understandably so. We cannot ignore, I have said this to the Biden administration, I focus a lot on the Western Hemisphere as part of the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee. We cannot ignore this crisis engulfing one of our closest neighbors. There is much more that we can and should do. We cannot ignore the cries for help for our Haitian brothers and sisters. And that's why, as chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, I've introduced legislation to expose the links between criminal gangs and Haiti's elite. My legislation will not only strengthen the Biden administration's targeted sanctions against those responsible for these crimes, it will also target anyone supporting these criminals. Because the violence in Haiti has to stop, and it has to stop now. Now, I've made it clear with the administration, I made it clear with our U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, with the Canadian Foreign Minister, Melanie Joly. We have to do everything we can to end this crisis. That means more humanitarian aid. It means seriously considering a specialized UN security force to restore peace and safety so we can alleviate the horrific suffering of ordinary Haitians. It also means having an American ambassador working in our embassy in Haiti, advocating on behalf of Americans and supporting those who are trying to improve the lives of all Haitians. It's been more than a year since we had an ambassador in place. And the last U.S. Special Envoy resigned more than a year ago as well. That is simply unacceptable. We need an ambassador to go to Haiti and work together on behalf of the Haitian people. So I've publicly called for President Biden to immediately nominate an ambassador to Haiti. I've also asked the president to designate a senior diplomat to deploy to our embassy, someone who can pack their bags and fly down there tomorrow. Someone who can be on the ground leading our efforts. I know that Senator Schumer, the majority leader, agrees with me. Dick Durbin, the Democratic whip in the Senate, agrees with me. I'm sure many of you agree with me as well. It's time for the United States to step up for our neighbors. Not only for Haitians on the island, but Haitians fleeing violence. I know it's hard to leave your homeland. I know it's hard to be a refugee in a new country. I come from a family of immigrants who fled the violence and cruelty of the Cuban dictatorship. My family made incredible sacrifices so that future generations could live in prosperity and freedom here in the United States. I grew up poor in a tenement in a neighboring community in Union City, the first in my family to go to college and then be able to go to law school. If you told me growing up poor that I could be one of 100 United States senators in a country of 330 million people, I would have said that's not going to happen. But it is the promise of America fulfilled. It is a promise we must keep true for future generations of Americans and Haitian Americans as well. It's a debt we owe to all who came before us. So let me close on this. I have called on the Biden administration to redesignate Haiti for temporary protective status so that people who fled Haiti have a chance to find safety and stability in the United States. I am pleased to say that our efforts paid off. That is exactly what has happened this week. Thanks to all of your work and commitment as an organization, the administration finally approved a redesignation that will allow Haitian nationals to apply for TPS and employment authorization, something that's long overdue. That is great news. But as everyone here knows, we have a lot of work to do. The Biden administration's new parole options should not rely on Title 42 expulsions that will see the United States expelling thousands of Haitians to Mexico every month. We'll keep pushing the administration to end that inhuman and immoral program. And I want you to know that we are going to work on security and then a pathway forward for the Haitian people to determine their own future. And then we must get to the job of economic development so that Haiti has a brighter day ahead. Thank you so much for having me with you tonight. You have my hand in friendship and the power of my office to make a better day. Thank you very much.
Let's give it up again, everyone, for Senator Bob Menendez. And at this moment, I want to bring in the Honor Guards, the New York Police Ceremonial Unit for the presentation of colors, and then the invocation, and then national anthem, and then we're going to hear from our great mayor of Oaxaca. Am I saying it right? Oaxacan Richard Turner, okay? So here we go. Thank you all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright star through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the bereaved? God bless you. And please, with honor, sing with me our Haitian anthem. Pour Haïti, pays ancêtres, faut que nous marchions maintenant la mer. Non, mi-temps nous pas fait pour nous guetter, nous fait pour nous seuls, mais tête nous en nous marcher. Maintenant la main pour Haïti, Kavin pi belle. En nous, mettez ensemble pour Haïti, au nom toutes ancêtres.
Let's put our hands together for the Honor Guards, the New York Police Ceremonial Union for the presentation of colors. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And now at this point, I want to bring up our mayor, the mayor of Oaxaca, Richard Turner, who's going to say a few words and to welcome us to his great state. Thank you, Mayor, for being here with us.
Bonsoir. That's the extent of my French, by the way.
It's all right.
You know, it's not often that I get to address a distinguished group of elected officials from around the country. And I would like all of you to give yourselves a round of applause for being here for this great networking event. This is the best view in the world, by the way. I don't know where you're all from, different places, but that's the best view in the world. And I really appreciate meeting various elected officials, because it's not an easy job, or appointed officials. We all know how difficult it is. A lot of people do not want to get involved. It's so important that people get involved in their government, whatever the level of government may be, because that's what makes your voices heard. And it's also important to remind people to get out and vote, because as our dear senator says, voting has consequences, as we all know. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to Weehawken. I hope you have a very successful conference, and I have a proclamation I'd like to read. Whereas the National Haitian American Elected Officials Network was established in 2009 in Orlando, Florida, whereas the United States is one of the primary destinations for the settlement of the Haitian diaspora, whereas the United States has historically been home to millions of diaspora and cultures around the country. And I have to say, you live in an area where we have 67 different languages spoken at home. You know, New Jersey is an amazing diverse state. Whereas the engagement directly impacts the lives of community members and provides deep comprehension of the political process, whereas Haitian recognition in a country such as the United States will influence global relief efforts to aid the development and prosperity of Haiti, whereas direct civic engagement allows for underprivileged communities to celebrate in deciding the policies that will affect them, whereas the Haitian community has been instrumental in encouraging Haitian Americans to serve at the local, state, and federal levels. Now, therefore, be resolved, I, Richard F. Turner, Mayor of the Township of Weehawken, on behalf of the Township Council and citizens of Weehawken, hereby proclaim January 27th, 2023 as National Haitian American Elected Officials Day. I'm very proud to do this. Have a great conference, stay involved, and when you go home, get people out to vote. It's so important. Thank you all. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor.
Oh, there you are.
Thank you so
Very
much,
good,
Mayor.
very good.
I'm going to ask our chairwoman, wait a minute, from your great state of New Jersey, Shawnette Frederick's going to come up here, and you can give it to her, and we say thank you. Give it up again for the mayor, you all. Okay.
Thank you so much, Honorable Turner, for being here and welcome us. I have the chair of the retreat who's here, our Honorable Vice Chair and Chair-elect, Mary Estime Irvin, to say thank you for this resolution.
All right, we'll get a picture. We can take a picture.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Turner. It was a pleasure seeing you again. I hope that you enjoy us in your city. We've been enjoying your city, and we just we're grateful for the proclamation that you've made tonight. So thank you.
Now I want to bring up, just for grace before we eat, I want to bring up Father Reginald Jean-Marie to please join us. Thank you.
Just before we eat, as we are about to convey the invocation, may I kindly ask you to observe a moment of silence as I ask each and every one of you to bow your heads. Especially as you remember, this month has been a painful month for all of us as Haitians and Haitian Americans, as we watch so many children of Haiti, and most especially many police officers and so many citizens of the country being humiliated, killed in the hands of gang members. Let's take a moment as we remember those young men and all the other people who have been killed in the land of Haiti. May their souls rest in peace. Most gracious and loving God, God of the impossible possible, we come before you this evening in thanksgiving for who you are and for all that you have accomplished in us, through us, with us, and for us. Thank you, because through the visible signs of greatness and goodness, you have revealed the invisible greatness of your grace and love to each and every one of us. You have appointed and called children from our community to become public servants and to form that wonderful group of Neon so that they can continue to bear witness to who you are. And so, dear Lord, as we come together for this great gathering, we ask that you bless us, that you inspire us with the gift of joy, the gift of family, the gift of togetherness, so that we can always be the spirit of our ancestors, so that we can always live as children of the light, not children of darkness. Help us to make that preferential option for what is good, for what is just, so that we can always stand for the marginalized and the downtrodden in our society. Rebuild our conscience as a nation so that we can become a voice, a presence of hope, and a cry to injustice, so that our people can live in the dignity of who you are. Bless all of us, Lord, so that we never forget where we come from, so that we never forget who we are, so that we never lose perspective on what you called us to be and to become. Enlighten in us the fire of your love, the fire of justice, so that we can always be that presence you called us to be, so that the world will see that Haiti is not just what they called it, a poor country, but that we are the dignified children of your kingdom. Bless this moment, Lord. Bless all the sharing that we'll be having. Bless the meal that we are about to share, and continue to nourish in us the spirit of togetherness, so that we can quench the spirit of division and exorcise anything that threatens the very being that we are, so that in everything that we do, in the people that we are, we bear witness to your kingdom, the kingdom of justice, the kingdom of peace, and the kingdom of love, not just tonight, but tomorrow and forever. Amen.
All right, good evening, everyone, again. Thank you all so much for being here. But most importantly, we want to thank you. We were just a little razzled a little bit, but you all moved right in. You took your seats and were able to begin the program promptly. And so we say thank you. And so I want to bring up tonight one of our artists, Haitian V, right here from New Jersey, who's going to perform for you all a little bit. We ask you to please eat, obviously enjoy your food. Okay, you joke. Okay, he's telling jokes. All right. Give it up, you guys, for Haitian V. Okay, come on now. Kote nou ye la, Haitien, kote nou ye. Mes amis, nous toutes belles en pile jodi. Ah oui, moi dis nous mettez nous ensemble pour jeune garçon qui sort New Jersey, qui va venir performer pour nous aujourd'hui. Mam dit encore, moi vle tande nous faire bruit pour lui. Mettez nous ensemble for Haitian V. Come on, y'all.
La paix de Dieu avec nous. La paix de Dieu avec nous. All right, that's all I know. Haitian Americans, please give yourselves a round of applause. I said Haitian Americans, give yourselves a round of applause. All right, now, originally from Haiti, give yourselves a round of applause. Originally from Haiti. If you have a batiste, if you have a hole on your arm, if you have a cross on your arm, you got a cross on your arm, put your hands together. Okay, non-Haitians. If you're not Haitian but you're here celebrating with us, put your hands together. If you're not Haitian and you're here celebrating with us tonight, put your hands together. Ok, Haïtien, mais ça nous va le faire. Nous va prendre moun sa yo, nous va marrer yo. Nous va plein yo avec zaboka banan pesé puis nous va ba yo barbecue et 3 étoiles qui de bon. We got some 5 étoiles, right? 3 étoiles is resort barbecue. So you don't get drunk. I'm glad to be here tonight. Thank you all. Thank you to the organization. Thank you to the organization for having me. But I'm here to test, to make sure, to see est-ce que gen haïtien qui natif natal qui ici a. Est-ce que gen haïtien qui natif natal en dedans ici a? Put your hands together. No, I'm talking about real Haitians. If you are a griot and banan pese Haitian, put your hands together. If you are a diri kole Haitian, put your hands together. If you are a limonade with essence Haitian, put your hands together. If you are a spaghetti and hot dogs Haitian, put your hands together. There is a gossip zin There's a zin And the worse the news is, the lower they get in delivering the message. The zin you don't hear Mary's son is selling crack to children, and then they let it go. There's so much O's. There's a happy There's a happy Haitian American elected officials have a nice night tonight. There's so much. There's so much O's. But we don't got time. We're going to get the night started. But let me leave you with one more. There is a jealous Don't act like y'all don't know what that jealous is. Some of y'all are saying that tonight. Gatsal metsulila Salge sulila Eba c'est l'église livini Now say I won the lotto. I tell my friend Maria won the lotto. Maria pretend like she's happy for me. She'll pretend like she's happy. You win the lotto. So you take care of your mother, your father. You buy a house, you fix your credit. And then she waits for me to leave, and then she talk behind my back. Vladimir win the lotto. He think he better than me.
Okay, Haitian V, you guys, give it up for Haitian V. We want to thank you so much for being here with us, for giving us some levity and some jokes, and really more importantly, celebrating Haitian culture. And he said it best, right? How do we continue to teach our kids the language, which is so important, right? Very, very important. Born here in Boston, but I speak Haitian Creole because that was our first language. Okay, first I want to thank the executive committee, the executive board, and Mary, why don't you introduce everybody? That would be great. Please take a moment to listen, you all, for a moment, briefly. Thank you.
Okay, so you've already met the chair. So we have State Representative Marie Woodson. Where are you? She's our treasurer. We have Honorable Sabrina Charles Pierre as our secretary. We have our most popular Assemblywoman Rodney Bichot. We have Council Member Farah Lewis, Member at Large. We have our Honorable Michael Joseph as our parliamentarian.
Okay, so for the first honoree, again, we want you to, as you eat your wonderful dinner, first, we also want to thank the team and the staff at Unview Autograph. Thank you all so much for being with us this evening and hosting us. Give it up for the staff of this hotel, you all. It's going to be a little difficult maneuvering, but as you guys sit down so they can get your dinner to you, it'll be wonderful. So we're going to kick off the first award. I want to bring up the Honorable Woodnice Bichot Hermelin. Oh, and Councilwoman Valerie Lewis to give. Councilmember Farah Lewis, they both are going to come up to present the first award. So I ask you all, shh. I know we're eating. I know we're happy to see each other. But we want to recognize our leaders and our champions that don't get recognized all the time in our community around the country. So again, please give it up for our amazing leaders of Neon. Thank you so much.
Bonsoir tout le monde. We here, myself, Rodney Bichot Hermelin, Assembly Member, and
Councilmember Farah Lewis from Brooklyn,
are so honored. We're representing New York. And it's just really an honor to present this award to one of the baddest sisters around, okay? Rosemond Pierre-Louis has been an icon. Okay. Has been an icon not only in the Haitian community, but all of New York City. She is the executive director of the New York University McSilver Institute of Poverty Policy and Research. Hello, can you hear us? All right. We are presenting this award to a dynamic, fabulous, intelligent warrior, Rosemond Pierre-Louis, who is not only dedicated to her community, but dedicated to her service. I have known Rosemond for a very long time. She has served a mentor to all of us, including myself. She has been very instrumental in uplifting a lot of Haitian elected officials, okay? We can't do this by ourselves. Not only that she runs NYU McSilver Institute, but she was the first Haitian commissioner overseeing domestic violence in New York City. Yep, Not only that, but she was the first Haitian, and I want to say the first woman to be the deputy borough president of Manhattan. Not only that, but she is the founder of one of the most esteemed organizations throughout the United States, throughout the world, the Haitian Round Table. Do we have Haitian Round Table in the house? And the most important, she is part of the best sorority in the world, Delta Sigma Theta. But our Haitian sister, we are so proud of her, and we want to recognize her for her exceptional achievements to inspire the Haitian community. I would like to give this mic over to Councilmember Farrah Lewis to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Assembly Member. I think you said everything that needed to be said about Rose. She is a highly recognized public sector leader in the city of New York. And it is without further ado that I and myself and Assemblymember Bishop present the Neon Community Champion Award to Rosemond Pierre-Louis, the Executive Director of the NYU McSilver Institute, in recognition of her exceptional achievements to inspire the Haitian community. Without further ado, Rosemond Pierre-Louis. Let's give her a round of applause.
Love you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Ça cap fait. Okay, if we can have your attention, thank you to two of my favorite people on the planet, to our council member Farrah Lewis, and to the majority whip of the assembly, my soror of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, Rodney's Bishop, who I love so much. Thank you to Neon for this recognition. I'm so proud to be here and to be recognized and celebrate all of the achievements of this organization. And this is really incredible tonight to see what you have achieved. When I look at Charnette, our council member, and Linda Dorciana Forey, who are part of the HRT family, I'm so proud. What I will say, now that we have put the team together, it is time to go to work. There is a lot to be done. Hello, are you paying attention? Because there is a lot to be done now that we have put the squad together. All I will say is we are ready to go, and Neon will lead the way. So thank you so much for all that you're doing, and have a wonderful evening. I love you all.
And now I have been given the honor to present the next award to a man who's had a significant role in participating in our community in Haiti. Congressman Honorable Andy Levin. Let's give him a round of applause. I had the honor to be sitting next to him, and guess what, y'all? Li parle Creole. So we want to thank Congressman Levin for his work, his dedication, his commitment to the people of Haiti. We also would like for him to come up and accept this award and say it in Creole as he accepted. So, Congressman Levin. Let's give it up to Congressman Levin. We are so excited, and thank you for all that you do. Merci en pile, monsieur, merci en pile, député Levin, pour tout ça vous fait pour Haïti. Memi Koa, s'il vous plaît, parlez créole.
Oui, d'accord. Qui j'en tout mounier à soya? Bonsoir. Okay, listen. I heard Senator Menendez's words. You're honoring, how far has Neon come that you're honoring the chair of the Foreign Relations Committee in the Senate and the chair of the Foreign Relations Committee in the House, both great friends of Neon. It's a tribute to this organization that you have such great friends. But let's admit how bad things are and how U.S. policy needs to step it up and see the Haitian people for who they are, for the richness of Haitian society, for the incredible talents, culture, law, medicine, everything. And don't tell me Haiti can't be an awesome self-governing democracy if we get out of the way and let Haitians provide a solution to their own problems. So we have a long way to go. I've been a friend of Haiti since 1980 when I first went there. I went in 1987 at that first attempt at a presidential election after Baby Doc fled, and we came under gunfire at a polling place in Carrefour. And I went back in 92 when I was a law student for Human Rights Watch. I will never give up on the Haitian people and on the Haitian diaspora community. What a beautiful representation of that community Neon is. Really. You know, I just finished my time in Congress. I represent the biggest Ukrainian American community in my home state of Michigan. I represent more Iraqi-born people than any other member of the 435 members in the House. But to watch a community like the Haitian American community grow and have representation in counties and cities and state governments from coast to coast. We've got Arizona here represented, and by a Republican, no less. I mean, come on, this is amazing. So I just want to salute you tonight. Neon, beautiful organization. Keep growing, keep fighting. And everybody knows that Haiti Chérie needs its diaspora to help in every way. And I'm really grateful to be a partner with you in that struggle. Thank you. Bonsoir.
At this time, I want to call on Director from Newark, Fritz Frager. Every state had the option to honor one person. For New Jersey, we thought it was very important to understand the dynamic from the safety perspective. Director Fritz Frager has been the director from Newark Safety Police Department. Without any further ado, he's been doing an incredible job from Newark, New Jersey. Yes, and that we want to honor him for all that he do. Merci en pile pour tout ça fait dans New Jersey. Parce que nous pas gain personne qui plus gros gradé en tant que yon police qui dans New Jersey. Pour tout le monde qui pas connaît Newark, c'est une ville qui plus grande. C'est avec honneur pour nous reconnaître Monsieur Fritz Frager, Director Police Safety from Newark. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Neon for this award. I actually just started with Newark Public Safety in August of last year after I retired from 25 years with the state police. And from a city with 300,000 plus people, I'm proud to say that in that city we've had the lowest crime in the past 60 years in Newark last year. So that was a great feat for the city itself. In reference to the Haitian community, I am born in Haiti and came here when I was 6 years old. And the biggest thing that you get out of being a Haitian child is discipline. And the discipline we have to support and guide each other, that's the biggest factor. When you walk into a room, you got to let people know that you are Haitian. In fact, now it's popular to be Haitian, because I can remember when you were a kid, the question was like, oh, are you a Haitian? And now everybody's claiming to be Haitian. So with the support of Neon, continue to support each other, participate in these events, help support the people of Haiti, whether it's financial, we're doing that right now, or just mentoring and supporting people down there. It's important to all of us. Thank you very much for this award. Thank you.
Very good. At this time, we're going to call George Lano Jean-Baptiste for the next one, Mr. Exer Cantave. As George Lano Jean-Baptiste coming in, I want to make sure Honorable Natasha Cléger is ready for Reverend Jean Dadi. All right? George Lano Jean-Baptiste, please join us on the stage to recognize Monsieur Exer Cantave from Chicago. Thank you so much. Yes, our amazing George Lano Jean-Baptiste. Chicago in the house.
Thank you very much. How's everybody doing? Good. Earlier today, I heard, the Attorney General call for the next retreat to be in Florida. You guys can come to Chicago too. All right? All right. So we'll change it to July, and then you could come when it's warm. But tonight, I'm honored to present one of our warriors who we are recognizing for his excellence in the fight in the interest of preserving the memory and to advocate for Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable. You guys know that Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable is the founder of Chicago, correct? All right, so this is the place that we own. We've taken control of it, and to preserve and protect that legacy, we've had to fight for it. The Canadians try to claim Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable for themselves. The French try to claim him for them. They try to deny who he was as a man from Saint-Marc, Haiti. The work that Israel Cantave is doing is one of making sure that Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable is front and center in the minds and the memory of Haitians, Americans, of all sorts of designation and ethnicity, to make sure that we count. And so he has a bunch of other background issues that we could raise. He is an accomplished executive with University of Illinois at Chicago. He is an executive in their research, management of research, grants, et cetera, but tonight we honor him for the advocacy that he leads on behalf of du Sable. The other issue is that he is the chair of the Policy and Advocacy Committee of the Coalition of Haitian American organizations in the Chicagoland area, putting forth the demand for better governance, putting forth the issue of economic development, and putting forth the necessity for us to combine all those things with the issue of security so that we can have a Haiti that's developed. So tonight, I'm honored on behalf of NEON to present Israel Cantave. Please.
Good evening, everybody. Bonsoir, tout le monde. Oh, my goodness. I am so humbled by such a distinction. Thank you, Judge Lionel Jean-Baptiste, for such an introduction. And thank you for NEON for this amazing retreat. Can you give a round of applause to NEON for accomplishing all that tonight? All right. So what an ambience to be in tonight. So thank you so much for all of you here. And so thank you for my friends at NEON, Judge Lionel Jean-Baptiste, Judge Jude Lode, for their support. And thank you to my wife here present. So thank you. I accept this award on behalf of du Sable Heritage Association's Board of Directors, past and present, on whose shoulders I stand right here tonight. I am grateful for the work they did over the past 2 decades to promote the legacy of the Haitian-born Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable and to advocate for the full and unfettered recognition in the city that he founded 242 years ago. So if I could sum up the legacy of Jean-Baptiste Pointe du Sable, there are 2 words that come to mind: vision and leadership. And he led the way in so many ways in Chicago and in the Midwest. It is refreshing to see tonight his legacy in full display in this room around us today. Congratulations to all of you for pursuing his legacy. He would be proud to see all that tonight here. Okay. And it is fitting also that at this leadership retreat, a member of an organization connected to DUSAB is honored. I thank you for this honor. And if you ever plan a trip to Chicago, I suggest you pick the first weekend of March, which is the day that DuSable Heritage Association holds its gala. And this year will be March 4th. You will be all welcome to Chicago to support DuSab, to support the cause, to support his legacy. And the other day that I would recommend that you use to come to Chicago is the third Saturday in August when we commemorate the anniversary of his death. I brought some materials here that I displayed earlier today, but I don't see them. But if you come across those materials, feel free to pick them up and to read about the history of Chicago, the history of DUSAB, and what we've done to recognize him in Chicago. So thank you so much for this honor. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well deserved. Thank you so much, Mr. Ezer Contab. The next one we're going to call Honorable Natasha Clerget from Massachusetts, who will present Reverend Jacques Daddy Jean. As you can see, we have an amazing people of service. Collaboration when it comes for NEON is very important. Honorable Natasha Clerget.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, everyone. My name is Natasha Clerget. I'm serving my third term as Councilor at Large for the most beautiful town in Massachusetts, which is called Randolph. For this award, it's so heavy. I'm going to call all my Boston finest. Please come up front to help me give that award to that great man. If you're from Boston, you know you're the most beautiful in this room tonight. Please come up front. Thank you very much. Hurry up, hurry up. Yes, Katie, I see you. Where are the others? All of you, don't be shy. We're not shy. We're from Massachusetts. Come on. So, I'm going to call Mr. Jacques Daddy Jean. Jean Bradley, I see you. Yes. Boston, are you all there? Oh, my God. I'm looking good right now. Look at them. So, I'm going to call Mr. Jacques Daddy Jean. Jacques Daddy Jean, please join me on stage. This guy that's about to walk up on stage, I'm going to be selfish with this one. I'm going to tell you why I nominated him. During COVID-19, in my town, I had over 3,000 undocumented residents. When I called Jacques Daddy Jean, I said, hey, I see you giving up money, checks to other towns. What about me? I got people who are not documented. He said, Counselor, you know, when you say job, I just say how high. So this is the reason why this guy helped me feed all the undocumented people in my town because they were not qualified for any kind of anything that was the state had for us. So it is an honor. It is a pleasure to give you this on behalf of NEON, to give you this Community Champion Award. Yes, you are our champion. Okay, so I need new glasses. I won't be able to read it, but it is yours.
Oh. You know, I didn't expect that. When I got the call from the chairwoman to Charlotte, we spoke. She told me I was going to receive the award. I didn't say but I feel oh. But I'm here tonight to receive that award. The best thing about it is because I see all of these people who helped me to do everything that I'm doing in Boston. They are here tonight. And I have Natasha Clerget. She's my sister. She's talking only about COVID-19, But she gave me a place in a town to have a STEM program. So in February, we're going to have another one. Every summer, we have a STEM program. And every week, we have computer literacy program for adults right in her town. And I didn't spend any money for the place. So I want to thank Maurice Saint-Flair. She's here. You know, this lady, she gave me a first chance. She gave me a second chance. She gave me a third one. Finally, she said, you know what? You don't have to be friends to do community work. And I can tell you, when I see that woman here, you know, when I walk here, the first thing I do is look for Maurice Saint-Flair. Because she's a light for all of us. I see my senator, Linda Dosenafori. She is the first one to give me a citation. I'll never forget that. And I see Vedna, I see Jean-Bradley Dorenoku, the future mayor of Brockton, and I see Gertrude, I see my new allies in politics, Woodsy region. You know, tonight is a very, very good night for me because I see my extended family right here, and I have my family behind you. So, you know, this is a great night because this is not the destination, but this is something beautiful in your journey to receive an award from the elected official from your country. Not any elected official, Asian American elected official. You make me very happy, and I love you all. Thank you.
Put your hands together for Alex Delsone.
Thank you so much. This is such an honor for me to, I know we have a long night and I know people want to dance. Last year during the retreat, where's my sister? Come here. Come here. No, you got to come here. Don't, yeah, you know you. This was my partner in crime. You did an amazing job last year. However, when we did the retreat last year, there was one person that we were supposed to honor. We all know, guys, if you could please, you know a couple years ago we endured what happened in the Del Rio situation. And at that time, I was the chairperson of NEON, and all of our members here, they mobilized and we did what we do. We deploy different members to Del Rio to assist the migrant that was coming in from Haiti under the bridge. And one of the person who truly helped, not only they were not a member of NEON, but they came from Florida. But something important that was happening, there was a process of what's happening, and I know last year we acknowledged Gerline Joseph, who was here, and other folks who helped throughout the entire process. But the migrant kept asking for this next honoree. And I would remiss, and I did ask if we could please honor this person because it was supposed to be done last year. And this is none other than, I would say, business owner and community activist, Johnson Napoleon. So Johnson, please come up. It's never too late, but I want to do what's right. And they were asking about Johnson, and they needed to be comforted. And as soon as Johnson came, we made sure. So thank you so much for all what you do in our community and what you did for the migrant that was coming here in Del Rio. Thank you so much, and we truly appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Amen. What I want to say is thank you. Thank you to these great organizations. I had the opportunity to speak to this great, amazing group. I hope you, those elected officials here, leaders here, understand the new group of immigrants coming from Chile, coming to Brazil, coming from Haiti, coming to Mexico. They need you more than this old generation that came in the 1970s. This is a new world. We are here to help. And I'm so glad Neon and Mayor Desilme took notice and decided to honor me. And this is for you, all those immigrants that came in the past 2 years. Pa vin fè tenten nan peyi moun yo. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have a nice performance by Miss Portia E., which you heard an amazing national anthem earlier. Then we're going to continue in our awardee. Miss Portia is going to come up for a nice performance for us. I hope you enjoyed the dinner at the company as we all come together for the networking time. Neon is just an amazing organization who needs all your support to make sure we are all powerful. Thank you so much, amazing Portia.
Thank you for everything that you do. So this song that I'm going to sing, I want to dedicate it to all of us. Because everybody that's in this room has a heart for Haiti. Am I right? Can I hear a better yeah? Do you believe that Haiti will rise? Well, I'm going to sing it to you today. We will rise. Est-ce que je peux chanter un petit bail pendant ce temps? I'm waiting for the song, yeah? All right, there's a song that I love so much. And it's Soleil nan ka couché, la nuit nan ka levé, cocotier ka bougé. Ah, la nuit nan ka tombé, tis oiseaux ka posé, c'est pan l'eau dit me chanter. Maman ka chémi, la nuit nan ka frémi, cocotier ka parler. Ti mama ka ple, nam nan fatike woye, san yo tup kap koule, karese mwen, karese mwen. Thank you. So we're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. Say you can't find the fighter, but I seen you, we gon' walk it out. Ooh. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and do it 1,000 times again. journée la levé, même dans douleur la levé, n'a fait nos millions fois encore. All we need is love, and for that we have each other. For that we have each other. N'a levé encore, n'a premier encore, yeah. Nous gagnons Lord. N'a levé encore, n'a levé ensemble, n'a levé, n'a fait nos millions fois encore, n'a levé, tant qu'au soleil, n'a levé, oh Lord, journée, n'a levé, n'a fait nos millions fois encore. Nous besoin l'amour, c'est ça qui mène nous. On met tête ensemble, c'est ça bon Dieu voulait, c'est ce qu'on a la béni nous tous.
All right, we just want to thank all of you. We want to I know it was a little difficult tonight. With hearing on this side of the room, I know you're having some difficulty, but I want to make sure we could just come together right now. Just want to come together right now as we wrap up the program and for us to say thank you. Merci. Merci pour nous toutes qui venons là à soir. Merci pour nous toutes qui campons avec Neon. Travail là, son travail pour nous faire ensemble. Nous connaissons ça. Et peut-être ça pour 3 jours, nous ensemble pour nous voir qui nous travaille, qui nous fait le plus bien pour Haïtiens qui viennent aux États-Unis, qui nous fait le plus bien pour nous travailler à frères et nous en Haïti. Somme dit nous merci. Mais on va nous finir à soir as we wrap up this evening. You all know I can shush all night, but I don't want to do that, y'all. I love y'all. I'm just going to highlight again the people we recognize. Give it up for Portia E. tonight. Thank you, Portia, for your beautiful voice tonight. We thank our honorees. Thank you for being here with us and your families. And as we wrap up, because we're about to get down, nous allons party, nous allons danser à classe, oui. Mettez-nous ensemble pour classe qui là aujourd'hui, hein. Parce qu'à soir, nous allons danser, mais on va nous finir. Before we wrap up, I want to thank our leadership and Chairwoman Shanette Frederic for hosting us in New Jersey this evening. Thank you for welcoming us in your home, in your home state, right? So we thank you. And so what I'm going to ask, is that current Neon members, those that are elected and those that are former electeds, I want you to come to the front of the stage because we're about to do a picture for 2023.